you will sit down and thinking, what if I'm gonna do the book? So beginning I wasn't very sure, but now I'm really excited.
And let's face it, you played during one of the most iconic periods of Newcastle's history, so you've got lots of stories to tell.
Yeah, I hope I tell the story like I felt, like experienced, and I hope everybody enjoy that. I know it's quite long time ago, but still, I hope the memory is there, so everybody will, maybe with the book, people will thinking about the good times.
The title is an obvious one. It was the T-shirt you wore when they got promoted into the Premier League as it is now. Can you tell us a little bit about that day when you put this T-shirt on? And I think it was Lee Clark's idea, wasn't it?
Yeah. Actually, Lee Clark's coming to dressing room and says to me, "Pav, after the game, this is the T-shirt you put it on." But actually, when he gave it to me first time, I didn't open it, so I just put it on a seat, and I went and played the game, and I didn't know what is it on that T-shirt. So, and then when I came back after the game, Lee said to me, "Pav, get that shirt on." So I put that on, and obviously I've seen what was in, because all the stadium was shout to Pavel Srnicek. So, and that was but that time I really didn't know this would be the big deal of it, or this is what make me. That's how everybody knows me here, So, and that's how the book called Pavel Srnicek.
And the fact that Pavel Srnicek was taken on by the fans and they sang it in the stadium just shows their appreciation for you, and the fact that no matter where you're from, if they like you here, then you'll be accepted and you can enjoy a good time.
Yeah, and I have to say, especially here in Northeast, the people are probably a little bit different on the football wise, like the fans. I think not because I've been here, but I think that's the best fans, in maybe whole the world, because obviously I didn't have much experience with rest of the world and the clubs, but what I experienced here was fantastic.
I spoke to Rob Elliott about that recently, because he's from London, so not from the area, but he says he'll probably stay here after he's finished playing. His son was born here, he's really bought into it, and obviously as a fellow goalkeeper you can probably reason with that.
Yeah, I mean, I really understand, because that was actually my attention beginning as well, stays here, and if things ended the career went well for me, I probably will be here till now, but unfortunately things didn't work out for me, so I went back to Czech Republic, but because it's just still the touch and everything with the region and the people here, so that's why I come in here every day.
What did you enjoy most about playing for Newcastle United?
Obviously you love the game, so that's the first things, and first you love the game, you want to play for the best clubs, best whatever we could get, and then obviously that's, you don't think you play for Man United for this, but the second part of it is the fans and everything, and the atmosphere, and that's what I experienced here so many times on that field when we finish the game, and when you make the saves, when you also when you made the mistake, the reaction of the people, you could see how the things change and how the people change with their reaction, and I think that's why I love about this. It's the fans.
Did Kevin Keegan, was he the single most sort of inspirational person you worked for?
Yeah, I mean, look, Kevin is special personality, and he put that club together with Sir John Hall and the people behind him. That's how this club become known well in around the world that time, because I think this wasn't only in England, but I think all the world know what is Newcastle United that time, because everybody's saying we play the best football in Europe that time, and then obviously this is everything where the things start. That's what Kevin did over the 5 years he's been manager.
Even as a goalkeeper, you appreciated him, because of course his philosophy was more based on attack, wasn't it?
Yeah, but look, I said that so many times I played the sweeper, sometimes I played for it because I was too far of the line of the 18-yard box, because he wants the goalkeeper play that position, and I don't think so did me any harm, because I didn't have a problem play with my feet, so obviously sometimes I get paid for it because you are too far, and then you get caught, and but most of the time was everything okay. So, but like you said, his philosophy was always we score more than we concede.
When he left, how did that feel?
When he left, I have to say everything was a little bit sour, like because before the end he was here, when he lost his head and everything around, in that interview against Leeds, and it was sad for the club because you're losing a person like Kevin Keegan is always sad because he's going away. You don't know who came, and people who came after wasn't the best, I think, for the club. And obviously you later on when you see all of the things happening, so you're thinking this was probably best manager and best player we had here.
He came back for a second spell, as did you, of course, just for a brief time back in 2006. That was your last appearance against Bolton. You managed over 150 appearances for Newcastle, something I'm sure you're very proud of.
Yeah, look, I'm a little bit sad about it. I didn't make more, but sometimes life is like this, and then but even those 150 appearances, you think of all of them because there was a great pleasure for me, and obviously with the team we had, the manager and everything. But like I said before, there wasn't only about the club; it was the whole city. We like every single Newcastle person was like Newcastle United. It was fantastic.
How do you assess and I guess compare the club as you left it to the club now?
Look, it's difficult to compare, because that time we had only 36,000 people in it. Later they built it a little bit bigger, then it's over the 50, and we had different chairmen, different things, I don't know, because it's nearly 20 years now. I don't know if it's right to, compare those two times. But obviously we never really struggled be bottom three or anything like this when we went to Premier League. We always been minimum top 6, we was top 3, top 2, and it's a sad, obviously, because it's a sad for the fans and for everybody involved, and but I hope, and last couple of great results, I know Steve McLaren had a lot of criticism, but maybe last couple of performance, he probably gets credit for that, and then hopefully things will continue and get better.
Yeah, it seems strange, doesn't it, when you played in such a great era and you now see the team quite regularly, actually. It's not just this season, is it, battling against relegation? Does everyone now have to sort of revise their targets for Newcastle? Are they a lower mid-table team now, year in, year out?
I hope not, but to be honest, and you have to say the Premier League is really tough competition. Really. You have 5 or 6 teams. We could say Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United, Man City. All of them, you would love to be with them, but it's a 4 team already. So you're looking for the 5th place or 6th place or something. So, but it's really tough competition. But I think Newcastle should be somewhere between them. But like I said before, Kevin, when he came here, he had this great feeling for the players. That's why, he brought the Ginola, Robley, Andy Cole, all of those players who was that time top people in the country. But nobody knows about them before, so he chose the players, he put all of the team together. And then probably that's what Newcastle needed now as well, manager who's gonna choose his players. Obviously chairman back at the Newcastle with the 50 million this year, so hopefully you're gonna put some more money in, and the manager gonna pick right players, and hopefully Newcastle will coming back where they deserve.
You mentioned that they've obviously picked up the last 2 results, fantastic results actually, against Liverpool and Tottenham. Rob Elliott was man of the match yesterday. I know you have said that Newcastle should possibly look for another goalkeeper in January, but does his sort of man of the match display kind of change that?
No, but I said that Newcastle should look for another goalkeeper because I think they need 3 goalkeepers, which is good play. Like you say, if you wake me in the middle of the night, I'm ready to play Premier League. That's what I meant. I didn't meant change the Elliott, not because he was man of the match, but of the competition. And you don't know what happened. He was struggling as well. I think he played with the injury against Bournemouth or someone, and people thinking who we gonna put. They have this Woodman, young lad, promising, but he's already ready for Premier League or something. So That's what I meant. I meant Newcastle should have 3 very strong, very good goalkeepers who anybody could play any day in the Premier League. That was my point.
And you obviously
Obviously,
do you remember?
if you want that, do it again.
Right. Okay.
Sorry, the sound was a bit loud.
No problem.
So I'll just repeat that. Sorry. So Rob Elliott, obviously, man of the match performance yesterday. But you've said about getting another goalkeeper in, but it doesn't necessarily mean as a replacement for him.
No. I didn't mean replace for Elliott, but what I meant, Newcastle club like the Newcastle United should have 3 very good goalkeepers. So if you ask them any time of the day, night, you're gonna play Premier League, they should be good enough and ready to play Premier League. So this was my point, not because like people saying, oh, Tim Krul is injured, we are struggling with a goalkeeper. Shouldn't happen in Newcastle. That's what I meant. Maybe it could happen in the smaller clubs in the Premier League, but shouldn't happen in Newcastle if you want to compare with the top clubs in the country.
And you can understand why Rob has taken Newcastle to his heart. And can you see something in how the fans have sort of responded to him? And Pavel is a Geordie, that sort of connection where you don't have to be from here, but the fans can take to you.
Yeah, because look, I experienced this, and obviously he's English, I'm not, but that's maybe because I'm too far with, and I know exactly how he feel probably now, because with each performance he's gonna put it in, the fans will more and more of it, and especially like when he have performance like yesterday, last night. So this is great for him, and I'm pleased, especially because he's a goalkeeper. I know if nice was a player as well, but with the goalkeepers it's a different thing.
And you still obviously watch goalkeepers very closely, and you still coach goalkeepers, don't you?
Yeah, I'll coach goalkeepers in Sparta Prague, and like I said, Sparta Prague is the best club in Czech Republic. So I'm happy I'm there now at the moment, and because you're always looking for the play or work for the best. So that's where I am at the moment, and I'm happy.
You know what the inevitable next question is, though? Will you ever come back?
Yeah, I will. If it should be the short answer, I would say yes. But obviously, this is probably have to have the road. Have you welcoming back or not? But like I said, at the moment, I'm with the best club in the country, and I'm really happy there. So, but you never know what happened tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow will things change, and I might move. Who knows?
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Best of luck with the trip.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.